If it does go off again, you just press down and swipe on the dismiss.
On dismiss?
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Oh, okay, okay, good.
Every hand?
Welcome everybody to GPC Live. We're at the Gold Bracelet event, the Tournament of Champions. I'm Preston Sorrell. I'm here with Michael Martell.
Hey everybody.
And we're just getting started here. Welcome everybody to GPC Live. We're at the Gold Bracelet event, the Tournament of Champions. I'm Preston Sorrell. I'm here with Michael Martell.
Hey everybody.
And we're just getting started here. Sorry, I got a little bit of feedback, guys. Alright. So for those that are unfamiliar with this, we've done a bracelet series. We had, I believe it was 10 events, and it was to get to 9 different individual bracelet winners. There was actually a couple of tag team events that we did in there, which 2 people got in from that. So this is a culmination of there, and this is a winner take all. And the final winner is going to get the gold bracelet. So they've all got the silver bracelets so far. So it's been a blast. It's been a success. It's been so much fun. We've done different events, different games. So we've done bounty tournaments, tag teams, deep stack, you name it. We've done it. PLO, round and round. So been a lot of fun.
Definitely enjoyed playing. Unfortunately, Preston or I weren't lucky enough to win our way in, so we're relegated to the announcing booth today, and we get to talk about everybody that did make it in.
And I'm going to talk bad about all of them, too. We did have a couple of subs in here, and I'm not exactly sure who all of them are. A couple of people that weren't available to get in here, but we have Herman and Alan, 7-Eleven Paul, Carl. Bob is a substitute. I'm not sure who was next to Bob. And then Harley and John as well. They were both, John's also a substitute. So there was a little bit of a delay getting started. And we run on about a 30-minute delay. So we're about 45 minutes late. We do have another season that we started with the silver bracelets. Our next one coming up, I believe that's May 7th. That's actually the number 2 event. And it's a bounty tournament as well. And then on May 14th, we have a $2,500 free roll. And the 21st, we have a round and round tournament. And June 4th, we have a tag team tournament also. You can check all those out on Poker Atlas. Any games that we're running, any tournaments, you can find us there.
All right, everybody.
And we've actually already had Harley sitting at this table, and the OU hat has already won the first silver bracelet in the second series.
Yeah, Harley's been on a bit of a tear here lately. Looks like we finally got some cards in the air. There's a couple of decent hand. Harley's got a good starter. Alan, let's see what everybody does here. We kind of talked about this previously, kind of what we thought would happen. Everybody's just going to play it safe, or people would come out firing.
This is being a winner take all. Only one folks is going to walk away with the money. It was kind of an interesting dynamic compared to where normally the top 3 or 4 get into that money. So interesting to see if everybody plays tight or if it just opens wide open right off the start.
Yeah, everything's a consolation prize except for the gold bracelet.
That's right.
So maybe you place respectfully, but everybody's playing for that gold bracelet today.
It looks like a bet, and Harley takes down the first pot.
I ain't bet enough, and everybody will fold. I like it. We would like to thank a couple of sponsors. The Cookie Company in the Rivery in Georgetown next to Spa Lux. Also, Mel's Lone Star Lanes here in Georgetown. And obviously our main sponsor, Poker Bros, they're on the table. I see a lot of hearts.
A lot of hearts. One ace high looks like already folded.
Oh, there's no. Those are ugly cards. I don't like any of those. I see somebody making a small bet and everybody's folding here.
Alright,
We have 5 people in the hand.
Ken and Carl both flop top pair with the queen here.
You got a 4. Alan's got a 4. That's about a rainbow board. You got 2 spades out there, no spades. Jack. God, you can't even bet that. Well, they're not the most beautiful of hands to start off with, that's for sure. I guess we're gonna crawl into.
It does look like we're gonna have that
crawl
slow
into the action. Yeah, not much you can do with cards like those, that's for sure. Let's see what we got here. Oh, not a man.
Whole lot of nothing again.
Is Carl's suited? One hand suited. You got an 8-9 on the button. Yeah, I mean, I could call a small bet there, but
Interesting raise by Allen with Jack 5 offsuit.
wow. I can't.
Paul's gonna splash around with the call.
Yeah, you did go fold there. Oh, goodness. Allen in there with nothing.
Allen takes it down with a good bet.
2 guys who thrive on nothing hands.
It's interesting to be on this side, having played against all these guys, to kind of see how they play when you can actually see their cards.
It is a little bit different dynamic because you know how they play on the table, and then you actually get to see what cards they have. And so yes, it's interesting for sure. There we go. Let's get a little bit of something. Queen Jack, King 10, Queen Jack, 6-5 off. But he's on the cutoff. King getting a little aggressive. I like it.
Did knock one of the Queen Jacks out that was out of position with that big bet.
Sure did.
Top pair versus a straight draw
Got
here.
a straight draw.
Mark wants to see another card.
And he folded it. Let it go. Yeah, Ken bet 800. That was too much. I think I see one more card. I like one more card in a turn. Not a big fan of calling it all the way down. Alright, I see cards in there. Let's let it rip. And we got a pair of nines at the bottom, ace jack.
Ace 6 suited for Harley.
Well, Harley's definitely going to call that. First, I don't like calling under the gun.
Carl's going to raise it up to 700 with his ace jack.
That's exactly why. Under the gun, you really, most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, I think you got to raise. You can't just flat under the gun.
So Alan's going to splash around here with his jack 7 offsuit. That's an interesting call, too. And wow, it worked out for him.
Goodness.
Flopped a set.
But that puts Paul in.
You know, Paul,
he can draw to a full house here, too.
And then you have Harley betting on his flush draw here, so this will be interesting.
Yep, sure do.
I think Carl needs to get out of here at this point.
Yeah, I think Carl gets out. Carl's he's a pretty tight player. Doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes.
Harley's going to check his flush draw.
Alan checks.
I get trying to slow play, but the flush draw would make me a little bit nervous with my set as well.
So Paul bets 2K.
And Harley and Alan are both going to come along. King doesn't help anybody. That might slow Paul down a little bit with his nines.
Paul back into 2K again. Harley calls. Of course, Alan calls.
Absolutely. No, actually, Alan raised to 10K.
Alan did raise. That's a great move. I like that right there.
If somebody's drawing to that flush, you want to make them earn it.
The full house, yeah, make him earn it. God, yeah, it was a great move. I like it. Yeah, there was some rust there with those two clubs on the board.
Yep, and that raise was enough for him to take it down with this set of sevens.
Sure enough. I know, right, Gilbert? What's going on? All right, we've got cards dealt. Nothing spectacular out there. A couple aces. John with 5-4 suited.
King 7 suited.
King 7 suited. Not a big fan of that hand at all. Not even suited. Carl with the Queen Jack. I like calling to see. Just a small feel.
John calls with his 5-4 suited, 800.
I like it. Suited connectors. Looks like there was a 4x raise. 2 to 8.
Yep, 100, 200 blinds right now.
Pot's almost 4K. 2, 3, 4. That puts John on a straight. Nobody else.
Nobody else hit.
We got ace 7 right now. Queen Jack.
Ace high in the lead, but John definitely has the better percentage with his open-ended straight draw.
Yeah, definitely a stronger advantage. And then right here, especially if he hits an ace right there, that gives Mark C. He thinks he's good with an ace. He might not with that 7.
Right.
But Mark raised to 900. John calls. Check. Mark raised. I'm so sorry, Mark bet. John calls. Comes the turn. Missed it by 1.
7 of hearts. Gives Mark second pair. 2 flush draws out there now.
2 flush draws, and there's a queen. Nothing for John.
It'll be an easy fold for John at this point to any bet.
Yeah. Does he just check? No, he raises. There we go. Shows him the winner. On the tag team event that we got coming up, I don't know if anybody's ever played one of those, but they were an absolute blast. You can bring a partner. We can get you a partner when you're here. But you can be in the middle of a hand. Once the horn goes off, you got to change your spots. It's not unlike anything you've ever played. I promise. We have a blast.
It's really interesting to flip seats with your partner when a flop or a turn's already out there, and you got to figure out what they were thinking and try to make your own decisions from there.
Oh, look at this! You got 8-6 suited, Ace-7, 9-8 suited, 5-4, 6-5, 5-4. Oh, and everybody's got each other's outs too.
Tons of suited connectors out there.
Tons of them, and everybody's got each other's outs. Who bet? Oh, Alan, of course. Alan, the raising station.
Carl and John are going to come along here.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Again, that's only about 4 times the big blind.
Oh, Carl flops open.
1600.
But Alan does have he's got 3 to a flush right now.
John with a bet. Carl's going to come along with his open-ended straight draw.
John's also got 3 to a flush. Everybody's got 3 to a flush out there right now. John and Carl. The deuce only helps Carl.
2000.
I don't even think he knows that yet.
2K bet from Carl. I'm not sure if John can call
Yeah,
here.
Yep. Especially with your flush outs being taken on the turn. Yeah. Alan and Mark making a little bit of headway.
What was the starting stack on this Preston? Is it 50 or 50K?
I think so. It was either 50 or 60.
So pretty deep stack, just to play 9-handed, especially at this first couple levels when the blinds are pretty low. Ace-10, Ace-King, couple hand. Oh, Bob waking up with big slick here.
Harley with Queen-6, John with fold. Harley call. He's on the button.
Bob with a 4-time raise here.
Looks like he called it. No. Looks like Harley folded. Bob and Ken.
Should be an easy call for Ken to see a flop with Ace-10, I would think.
Yeah. I don't know if flops the
top pair.
Top right now. Top pair, top kicker.
1500. Call.
He's got 3 to a flush right there.
1.5 bet.
A call.
Oh, and a king on the turn. Ken's gonna fire again though.
I think Ken thinks he's good. He's way behind now.
Just a call from Bob.
The only thing that saves him is another 10.
Oh, and an ace. Oh man.
This is gonna get interesting here.
Here comes a bet from Ken, and Bob's gonna raise this back.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be hard for Ken to get away from this.
Does it just call?
No, if you're Bob, you might as well at least. I would raise here. There's no.
Yes, there you go. Yep.
Yep.
There you go. He's gonna be unhappy.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fairly easy call without a flush draw or Queen Jack.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't put somebody on Queen Jack there. I don't think so.
Yeah. This first bet should have chased anybody out. You would think. You would hope.
Right. Bob jumps to the top of the leaderboard with that hand, up to 70K.
And also with the tag team event, if we're lucky enough, we'll have Miss Pamela Cooksey there as well. She's kind of our organizer. Herds the cats.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Pay's terrible, but the perks are great. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I see a couple of pairs. I see a couple of aces. King Jack suited down there. Looks like everybody's gonna be about pretty even.
Yeah, I'd say we'll probably
Looks
have
like
at
the
least
aces are behind. It should be about, I'm guessing,
4 or 5
yeah.
to the flop here for sure. Carl with the first raise
God,
with his
yeah,
nines.
3 aces. Okay, let it go. Alan calls.
5 to the flop.
Yep, that's about what we thought. Ken and Alan both way behind here. Oh, and that just improved greatly for them. Gave them both gut shots. But puts Harley up top.
1600.
I'm like, I don't know. I have a feeling a 7 or a 9 is going to go.
So,
Let's see if we get that. Let's see if that was a good enough bet.
1.6 opening up the action here.
But you got 2. See, the first one folds.
Then yeah, I mean,
Alan calls, but yeah. Paul lets it go.
I'd have a hard time folding 9s with just the jack out there. I'd want to see at least another card. Oh, and an ace comes off for Alan.
Oh God!
And that's good.
In a hand he shouldn't have been in.
Yep. Seems like that's how it works.
Sure enough. Oh, and this is 7. I told you a 7 was coming. I told you. 7 on the river.
All right, let's
Did I
see
not
if
call it?
Alan bets. You did. Alan bets 2K. Let's see if Harley can get away from his jack here. Nope, he's gonna pay him off.
Sure enough. Straight to the muck. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, probably a hand he shouldn't have been in. Calling it down. That's definitely a way to play.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing about poker. It never ceases to amaze me. Never. How long have you actually been playing poker, Mike?
Oh man.
Or been around the game?
Probably 10 or 15 years, I would guess.
Yeah. You know, Mike's also a vet too. Spend a lot of downtime, get a lot of downtime, and you better learn how to play cards or do something.
Yeah, for sure.
Dominoes.
Spades was always a big one on the boat.
Yo, spades, poker, euchre, hearts.
Yeah, didn't even think about this as the Army Navy broadcast.
Mm-hmm, that's true. Yeah. So, yeah, Mike and I get on along in a couple different levels, and I like to give him shit where he's from too. So, we did retire your quarterback this year for you.
You did. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Probably a couple years overdue, but
it was.
that big tree trunk out there in the middle of the field. Usually I could play on a flat surface.
Man tripped himself on more than one occasion this year.
Where are we at here? We got 9-8. So Alan runs into 6-7. He's got a gutter with an open ender.
All bet
All
with bottom
7.
low pair.
Oh goodness.
Pair of 7s is the best hand.
Yeah, and he bets 1.3.
That's an interesting bet still with all the outs out there.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting. There are a couple different styles up there, that's for sure. Some of them are aggressive. 3 of them are fairly aggressive. 2 of them are pretty passive. Everybody's got a different style. You got Tex Shooter out there just going buck wild in his cowboy hat. Oh, goodness.
Another rainbow of cards, nothing overly great. King 10.
So, 4 deuce suited. Looks like Herman's coming in.
Raised to ace 800 with 4 deuce offsuit. That's. I would imagine Paul calls here with his King 10. And Herman flops middle pair.
Paul leading. Paul calls 800. Paul is nothing. 2 overs. And of course he hits one because he has a horseshoe stuck up his ass.
1500.
Never should have called there.
Call.
No, Paul's just, Herman's leading right into him.
Check.
No hope for Herman. Checks. Paul bets.
10.
There's way too many overs for Herman to still think that his fours are good here.
Yeah, you hope to bet them out on the flop there. If not, they're not going anywhere. I mean, Herman did play it right. I mean, he put that bet out there. I think he checking right there didn't help his cause, though. That's for sure. Good to go with that continuation bet. But knowing Paul, but Paul's got ace queen, Herman's got queen 10. Oh, looks like Herman and Paul might score off again. Allen's 7-6, he's got suited connectors. You got Carl. Yeah, he folds his gapper. So you got Allen 6-7 suited.
Queen 10 and ace queen. Okay, so Allen flops open-ended, Paul top pair.
1500. Call.
Easy fold for Herman.
So Allen's got 7 outs up top. That is not one of them. It's pretty close.
5,000.
He's still gonna bet. Obviously, Paul's gonna call with his top pair here. Oh, he raised. Sorry.
No help. Get the ace. Ace it is, Paul. Yeah, Allen was sniffing all around it, wasn't he?
He was. That's frustrating.
Yeah, got the 9, the jack. Think about a 20,000 disparity, and that's because of that hand that Ken and Allen were in together.
Yeah.
The ace 10.
Yep.
Was, what was it, ace king or ace queen?
Yep, that's a tough one. Still plenty of time as long as you play smart to work your way back.
Absolutely. These are some big stacks, and we were talking about that. Nobody wants to be the first one out either.
1200.
You don't want to be the first one out, and you don't want to finish in second.
No.
Not when only first place pays.
Not the bubble. Not the bubble.
Herman with a 1.2 raise with his king queen.
You got Mark with 6s. Mark was in the big, so it'll be a 3x to him.
Wow, flopped a set of kings.
Yeah, he did.
Which might make Mark a little. You tend to assume you're better when there's 2 kings out there instead of just 1.
Yeah,
And
he's gonna
he's gonna
stack.
bet. Yep.
1600.
Yeah, I mean, I like a decent bet here. Nothing stupid.
1.6. That's not too.
No, that's a. I mean, that's Herman insta calls, of course.
I think we'll see the same thing here. If Mark bets again, then Herman will re-raise on the river.
Oh, no help.
Mark still may think his 6s are good.
I agree with you. I mean, especially with that board, you got 2 unders.
Yep.
A 7. Who's gonna be? Is he gonna have a 7 or a king? And he shows it to him.
Well, so Herman bet and Mark called a little 3.5 value bet.
Yeah, he's not gonna be happy with that.
Not next hand. Go. You want this screen left on. You said don't hit next hand, but you meant hit go, right? Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to J Rod. He's operating outside there.
He's the one making sure everybody's card scanned so that and putting in all the action so that y'all can see what's going on.
Yeah, he's the real hero here. Queen 10 off, 10-9 suited, 6-5. King Queen off.
Several folds. Bob's just gonna call 400.
Yeah.
See him.
The button.
Oh no, Bob raised. The raise comes in kind of late on our screen, so apologize if we miss.
Yeah, sometimes we're figuring this out as well. Like I said, we have our operator out there, so we're at his mercy. And Poker Bros is one of our sponsors. Download the app. I'm going to ask you at the club, put in 35974, and you'll be off to the races.
It's a lot of fun. I have it on my phone and on my tablet. Good cash games usually run in quite a few different tournament options. Lots of satellites to bigger stuff that's actually live that they run, which is really great.
We get Ken with pocket sixes, Alan with pocket sixes.
Ace Queen, Ace 10.
Ace 10, King 5 suited, 9 deuce suited. I don't see Harley or John playing either one of those, but
it's like Ken with the first raise here with his 2 pairs of pocket sixes. Wow, that's interesting.
2 pair. Oh, then you have Jack 10 at the bottom. Where are we at? Ken raises to 800.
Harley's going to call with his King 5 suited. So 4 to the flop. 2 6s who aren't going to get any help because neither one of them realizes.
I feel like an ace on the flop comes here. Let's see. I've been pretty good at predicting this so far today. Nope.
2 diamonds for Harley, though.
2 diamonds. Nope. There's a jack out there.
Oh,
that's a jack of
Jack of
hearts.
Hearts.
That's
Look
right.
like a diamond.
Yeah, it sure does.
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts.
Checking around. Alan's going to take a stab here with the 6s. 1.5.
I like Paul here, though. I mean, at 10, and he's got the nuts.
He's just going to call.
Harley's calling.
Nope, Harley got away.
Okay. There's nothing.
And the other pocket 6s disappear.
Yeah, the aggressor. Paul hanging around with it.
There it is.
It wasn't the flop. It was a river. Wow. Wow.
You were trying to sell straight there. I had straight draw.
Man, I am on fire today.
Showdown, and Paul jumps to the top of the leaderboard.
And Paul, we love you. You're a notorious chaser.
Yeah, so let's see, what is this? April. I won, February's free roll, and I got down. Paul was in the final 3, and it was interesting to play with him.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah, we've had a lot of tournaments lately. A lot.
Which is good for me because, as you know, I much prefer those to. I'm not a big cash guy. It can get away from you really quick.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
Ace Jack, Queen 10, couple suited connectors, a little pair of ducks for Carl.
And speaking of, we have contenders on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. That's a good way to get in cheap. Gain some experience. A lot of good people. So we run that here. I believe it's 7 Monday and Wednesday, and I think it's 5 on Sunday. So we are BYOB. Come on out and have a good time. Ken with King 7, Harley with 9-7 suited. Oh, Pocket Jacks, my nemesis hand.
The jiggities.
They finally come up. So yeah, we had a couple of questions, and one of them was, "What's your least favorite hand?"
Pocket Jacks.
Pocket Jacks.
I actually saw a TikTok video the other day. Is the proper way to play jacks, and the guy took a blowtorch out and burnt the cards.
Yep, absolutely.
And look at this. Ken flops his set.
You have Harley flops a set, but Ken has a bigger kicker.
And you know Mark figures his jacks are good right now with no overcards on the board.
Right. You got, man. Ugh.
And Carl's going to lead out the action with his deuces. Carl bet. Mark's going to call.
Yeah,
John's
got
going to get out of the way.
Yeah, I played with John so much. He's definitely going.
Harley's going to call.
Harley has to call.
That might have been a good, with all the callers, that might have been a good spot for Ken to raise there with his set.
That's, God, yeah. I mean, if you say, yeah, get some more money in there. Make him beat you.
The 8, no help to anybody.
It's not even help.
Harley's going to check his set. Like a purple 5K chip.
What? Maybe Harley can draw. He's got a 6. 6 will give him a straight.
Carl's going to get out of the way with his deuces finally. Mark's still got to think his jacks are good here. The action pre-flop didn't really put anybody on queens or kings.
Monster.
But he got rid of it. We're going to come down to the 2 sets of 7s here.
Oh, Harley's going to be... Oh, they both have
They
bows.
both have a boat, so we're going to... All that, and we're going to split it.
Yeah.
We're going to chop it up here.
Yeah, Harley better be thankful. Harley, you better thank the poker gods.
See, if Ken would have raised that hand before, at least they would have been able to chop some more of the other guy's money.
So it looked like Ken called.
So Harley
Ken bet.
Harley bet. Yeah.
Harley calls. They're going to chop. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Look at the nice poker face, Harley. Yeah, you were lucky. You were real lucky, Harley.
Nobody has 8.
Also, we're going to make fun of our friends. That's part of the perk of the gig.
Absolutely. That's the only reason I agreed to do this.
Yeah, a lot of us are very familiar. We play together quite a bit. Thursday nights we have Round and Round. That's a very popular night. Come out and see us about 6 o'clock.
We need to get enough people here on one of these months when we do the Round and Round tournament so we can get that thing going.
Absolutely, yeah. May 21st. That's going to be, I think, our next one. I can't believe it's already halfway through April. Well, yeah, the last 3 weeks have just been a blur. Nothing stellar, that's for sure. Queen 10 suited. I'm actually a fan of that. I don't know why. It's not like I want a major pot with it or change my life. It's just a...
Sometimes you get that sneaky straight with that Queen 10.
It's just a familiar. Just very familiar.
So Harley raised with his Queen 10 suited. Herman's going to call with 5-4 off. And we're going to see a flop here. King Jack. So Harley flopped open-ended, and Herman flopped bottom pair. Harley's going to bet 1.2, and Herman gets out of the way.
All right. Sorry, I'm addressing some of the comments online as we speak also. Bobby, we're going to give him an aluminum one. He won't get a gold or a silver one. We'll get him aluminum. Tinfoil. Ace queen off. Yeah, not another stellar. I doubt we see a flop here. Maybe we do. I've been surprised by a couple of calls already, so.
Depends on what Mark does here. Mark raises to 1.7. That might scare everybody away.
Yeah, he's been aggressive. But as we've seen today, aggressive's been working.
Yep, and it sure does. Everybody folds around.
Alright, here's my moment to get rid of the black stuff.
Well, Paul and Bob within 300 of each other at the top of the leaderboard here. Almost 20K ahead of 9th place.
Yeah, and Austin's become a little bit of a hot spot here in poker. Quite a few pros have been coming to the area too. I'm not going to spotlight any of them, but so yeah, you can come down and play with about any of them anymore. It's not uncommon at all.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not quite what Houston is, but
right. We're working on it.
We're trying.
All right, so Ace 9 versus Jack 8 suited to the flop here.
It's an interesting hand.
Harley flops a gut shot.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that one actually.
No other comments on the camera.
This is the quietest I've ever seen John at the table too before. He hasn't played a whole lot of hands yet today.
No. He's been essentially card dead too. He's pretty patient. He's really patient. But I'm not a big fan of those cards, apparently. 10-8, I like 10-8. A single gapper like that, yeah, suited. He was under the gun, but man,
it's harder to play hands like that when you're out of position.
It is. That's one thing that changed my game, or at least took it to a different level. Next level was position. Position is so important. Almost more important than the card sometimes.
All right, Herman middle pair.
Herman's gonna bet. I guarantee that.
Easy fold for Carl.
Easy. See, that's Carl playing his ace the way he was supposed to play it, by getting rid of it. Not a good hand. Let's see what we got going here.
Not much anything again.
Some eights. Got the eights. Oh, 7 deuce suited. It's suited. Who's got it? Oh, Ken's got it? Oh. I think Paul might have played that. 7-11.
John finally has a hand. We'll see. I don't think he's going to get anybody to call. He finally gets a hand and nobody's going to call him.
Nobody has any cards. No cards whatsoever. Looks like blinds are 3 and 6. Alright, we'll see what our degenerates are. See the ammunition that they're given.
Ace queen suited.
That is about it.
King queen.
King queen off. But the rest of that, Alan calls. Of course he does.
Alan raises 1.5.
Oh, Alan raises, nice.
I would imagine Paul and Carl are both going to call here.
I know Paul is. Carl does.
Let's see if Mark splashes around with his queen 9 out of the big blind. Nope, he's going to lay it down.
I don't blame him.
Sometimes people stretch a little more when you're already in your big blind.
That's a fact. Eight of hearts, jack of hearts, 2 of diamonds.
No help to anybody.
Not really.
Allen does have 3 to the straight.
That's a big. I mean, that's a big bet right there. I respect that. Paul calls.
Paul is going to come along.
Carl folds. Paul just calling with a big ace.
All right, Allen's on a flush draw now and checks it.
He's on the nut flush draw.
Paul checks it. Oh, and he hit it.
Rivers it.
But with Paul not having cards, I don't think Allen's really going to get any equity out of this.
I don't think so either. I mean, even a 2 of hearts here beats him. What do you? I don't know what he's thinking about.
Yeah, I don't either. It's an easy fold.
Yeah.
And he does lay it down.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if he was trying to count how many hearts were out there, or that's what it is to fold. It's actually nobody's money that I like actually taking more than 7-11 Pauls. That's what we affectionately refer to him.
I don't discriminate. I'll take chips from anybody.
Yeah, I'll take my mom's money if she buys up to the table. Yeah, going back to our original story, I remember my first memory is about 5 years old. My dad and his friends playing poker. Wasn't Texas Hold'em back then. It's 5-card draw.
5-card draw. Yep.
7-card stud. Nothing amazing out there. Those are ugly, man. Yeah, you just call because of the small blind there.
John in the big blind.
He's got the K9. Carl with ace deuce. Man, it really doesn't improve John's hand at all.
Honestly,
now it's a little better. 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's open-ended now.
I think a bet here is probably take this down.
Yeah,
Carl really doesn't have anything
Carl
to call.
Nothing. From significantly ahead. Lays it down. Yeah, so I started out fetching beer.
That's the kid job.
Mm-hmm. And then just was around it, and then like I said, once you go to, and then I think when I was a junior or senior, there was about 8 of us that would get together once in a while and play. Down in my basement. I've been playing it ever since.
For as frustrating as it can be, it is a pretty fun game to play.
Yes, you can love it and hate it at the same time. You know, kind of like a girlfriend or a wife. A significant other. We won't discriminate.
That was the World Series I played, and we just had 1-100, and that was the part. We watched, and it was like that whole episode.
Bob raises it up here with King 10 suited.
Like, it was just all action.
See if anybody comes along here.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that 10 gets you in trouble. King 10 suited.
He's gonna. Well, he's gonna come along. So is Paul with. What is that? Oh, Queen 7 suited.
Queen 7 suited. Doesn't connect, but
Hearts versus spades. Neither one of them hit, but
nothing hits.
There's that 10.
There's a 10 for Bob. Kind of see if there's an ace out there.
That should chase everybody away.
Yeah, yeah.
Bob pulls in a few more chips.
Yeah, he does. Getting up there a little bit.
See who makes it to that 100K mark first.
Let's see what's going on here. Ace King suited. You got K9, Ace 4, Some deuces, ace jack. I'm sorry, queen jack, jack 10. There's a couple interesting hands out there.
Yeah, for sure. Ace king suited is interesting because what we can see is all three other kings are gone. Alan did raise.
And you could definitely sneak in with a set of deuces here. Oh, there's a 9. Ken's got a 9.
Middle pair. Good kicker with his king.
I don't think Ken folds here. Just like I thought. Just letting him fire again.
Yep. Well, he's going to lay it down.
Wow. The aggression. Alan Paul, and then Carl. All pretty close.
Yep, lines are up.
Yeah, and in that first tag team, God, what did we have? I don't know, 20 teams? Was it that many or was it 10
I wasn't
teams?
here for I missed the first one.
Yeah. The first one, I think we had 10 teams. It was a lot. It was a blast. It looks like the only suited hand out there is Jack 3 with Bosman. He chucked it immediately. And we'll see John. No, John going to the stack. He's going to call. He hasn't had a hand for a while, so.
Right.
That does tend to wear on you sometimes.
Yeah, it makes you play different after a while, for sure.
Yeah, and we like coaching each other. Coach each other. Bench coaching, I guess, when we go up to Choctaw and we go to WPT and WSOP and play those events, because especially when you have a friend there, it's good for them to walk around and you can kind of get a lay of the land,
right,
of what's going on without losing concentration in your game.
Let's see. So Herman flop top pair here. Not a great kicker. John's gonna fold his middle pair. Everybody's gonna fold around here.
Everybody. Yeah, Carl, it's a nice hat, Carl. I approve. Yeah, I can't even guess how many hands some of these guys have played with each other.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the regular tournament crowd here. So
and absolutely, those are the people that place in the top, the cash for sure, on a consistent basis.
So my best silver bracelet finish was second, and that was the second bracelet Harley won.
Harley was ace-8, the dead man's hand suited. Only 400 to call, yeah, absolutely. So Alan has one of Ken's outs, so he's only drawn to 1/6. 1.8%. Oh, Herman flops top pair. Man, there's been a lot of.
I just realized Paul flopped a set with his king 4.
Oh, he did. Flop trips.
Everybody folded around.
Did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's been several times already.
Yeah, I don't think we've had any flushes yet, but we've had a couple sets, a couple trips. No straights yet either.
You know Disney, I'll be the first one. No, I'm taking that shit out.
All right. Man, there's nothing. Bunch of low cards. Nothing even suited. Just giving our dealer a bunch of practice, apparently.
I know I did. And
Dominated.
I was going, yeah, I was going to blast on
You
that
would
one.
have had D7 there rather than
Yep.
that.
I'm sure you would have.
And Ken down to 47, or up to 47, I guess.
Yeah.
Small blind. I think that's unfair.
How bad were you?
Yeah, Alan's a regular. Herman's kind of a regular for round and round. Myself, John, Bob, Carl.
Talking about the round and round cash on
Yeah,
Thursdays.
round and round cash. That's probably our most popular night.
Hold on, guys. Yeah, you bought
Those
three.
bomb pots just get so crazy sometimes,
They
though.
absolutely do.
Hold out.
See, Queen Jack suited, Ace Deuce suited.
10-6. That's a stretch, but it connects.
Looks like Bob was the razor here with his Ace Deuce. Paul's gonna come along.
Of course he is. Oh, he has a queen. Oh, Bob has an ace. No clubs out there. Oh, another ace.
trips.
2,500.
Paul's
Paul's
gonna,
gonna bet into him. What are you betting with, Paul?
Bob. So Bob bet. It looks like Paul's gonna call
Oh,
here.
Paul is gonna call. This doesn't seem like Paul would, or Bob would bet there. Yeah, there's the 4.
Let's see how much Bob leads into. Trying to get a little bit of value. You don't want to scare him away.
No.
5,500. It looks like.
55.
Paul looks like he's gonna come along.
Yeah, that queen. He's not gonna be happy.
Nope, mucked. Good pot for Bob. Starting to stretch it out.
That definitely brought Paul back a little bit.
Bob's inching closer to that 100K mark.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier who we had our money on.
It's
I still like my pick. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but
I said the way Harley's been running lately, it's kind of hard to bet against him.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he ran into one earlier. Who was that against? Bob? Bob or Carl? I can't remember which.
and it's interesting. Bob, I mean, I played against Bob quite a bit. He plays really well, but it seems like he never has any luck when he plays here.
Mm-hmm.
King 8 versus King Queen here.
Well, he had a little bit of luck last hand. Set of 8 or trip aces.
Carl's gonna call the raise. We're gonna see a flop. Oh wow,
All spades.
Bob's gonna be in trouble here.
Carl has 2 pair. I think the spades will probably put him off.
Raise from Carl. He's definitely. I would do the same thing. You gotta make him earn that spade draw.
Well,
Oh,
that
man.
just changes
Yes,
everything.
it
That puts
does.
Bob back in the lead. That just flopped. Oh, and a queen for top 2 pair. Top 2 pair over his 2 pair. Oh yeah, go ahead and show him. Get a little value there. Oof.
Just shy of 18K in that pot, or 35K in that pot.
35K.
That should. I think that puts Bob over the 100K mark. First one there.
Let's see what our chip stack says. We need a producer to put that stuff up.
You gave J Rod too much credit earlier.
Yeah, Bob's got 102K. Carl's down to 30, a little under 35. 2 queen, 3 suited. Either one of those hands should be in.
Herman's gonna raise with his
Oh,
queen.
wow.
3 suited.
Paul has pocket 9s. Carl definitely Bob fold. Mark fold. Herman. Herman
Right.
and Paul. I guess
Well,
Herman's feeling it.
Herman was the raise. Paul called with his 9s.
Yeah.
And that's not a good flop for 9s.
No. Even though Herman has nothing.
But the continuation
Yeah,
bet's gonna chase him away.
Absolutely. You probably put him on big slick off or something like that, I'm guessing. If you put him on anything at all. That's what I would put him on. At least with that continuation bet.
Is it so long ago that Daniel had hair? Or is it so long ago that he had hair now?
No, it's old.
I didn't even hit next hand yet.
Yeah, we open at noon on Thursday through Sunday, and I believe it's 4 on Wednesdays. Come get in the cash game. Alan a little over 75, Herman a little over 66, Paul just slightly under 55. Harley, Queen, Jack, offsuit. Herman with Ace, Jack. Carl with King, Queen. I see 3, 4 people.
This should be one of the fuller flops we've had the last few hands.
2,500.
Fold, fold. Call. Fold.
Oh, goodness. John, Queen 7, in the big.
He's gonna come along. Nope, fold it.
Yeah, it's good. He was saving his chips.
Harley's gonna call, so 3 of the flop. Any paint on the flop should make this interesting.
Oh, there's a queen. No, rainbow board. Man, it's been the day for rainbows, that's for sure. Yeah, this puts
4,500.
Herman's got the continuation bet.
Carl's obviously will come along here with his top pair and good kicker.
Picked up his chips. Damn. Oh, fuck. Fold.
Good fold by Harley there.
Mhm. On the jack. Oh, Herman, that doesn't help you.
Yeah, that's gonna cost him some money.
Yeah, I think that probably strengthened his.
Fire out 10K.
Mm-hmm. See, there's no straights. There's no impossible straights out there. Rainbow board again.
Wow, Carl's laid down the best hand. Ouch. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I think his small stack probably contributed to that.
Right. Again, that's that you don't want to be the first guy out, but Bob was about a 25K lead over everybody else.
Well,
Really? I'll play cash.
I think you got Ken with 5-4 suited. Herman's with the K9. Oh. Alan's letting the 3-4 go. Nobody wants to play their suited connectors.
This one might just turn into a battle of the blinds
Yeah,
here.
no doubt. No doubt.
John's gonna raise it up, splash around a little bit here. And Harley folds. John will take the blind, the big blind.
All right, as we get back to play here. Everybody's swiping their cards.
Yeah. No wait. Alright,
Which
hold on,
side
guys.
is it off on?
There we go. Pocket eights, king, queen,
A lot
suited.
of suited. King deuce suited, queen deuce suited, king queen suited.
I would imagine we'll see a raise from Bob here.
Yeah, I would. John's gonna call.
Bob raises it up to 2.5. It's about 3 times.
Like king gonna call there.
Yep. So 2 suited kings against a pair of eights.
Seems about right. That's not a very good kicker, but
Ken does catch a small piece of that with bottom pair.
he does.
Bob's gonna check
John's
with that.
got. Oh, John just hits the second nut flush on the river, on the turn. I'm sorry.
He's gonna bet it out
Is
here.
he gonna bet it out?
5K.
I think he's trying to throw a 3K. I think he's trying to throw him off.
Bob's gonna call.
Yeah, Bob's gonna call. Bob's with his eights. 2 overs, but they're small overs. That doesn't have to.
Bob checks again.
Yeah, that doesn't have to excite Bob.
See if John can find the right value bet here to get paid off.
5K.
Bob makes the right decision, lays it down.
I get to see that.
John slides up into 4th place, back up over 60K. He's finally
Yeah,
found a
right.
few
Yeah,
hands.
got a few there.
Yeah, what is it? 5 and a 1,000. 5 and a 1,000.
6.5 miles. 600 feet.
Spot with king, queen of clubs. We see. So you got king, queen of clubs.
Not a whole lot of much for anybody out there this hand either. I don't see anything suited. Nothing
A
connecting.
bunch of 6s. Seems like everybody's got one of those.
1,700. 2,000. Fold.
Harley's gonna raise.
Oh, my bad. You're right. It's 5-1. Yeah, you're right. 2,000. My bad.
Herman calls out of the big blind. King 7 versus 10-6 to the flop.
Yeah, those are not stellar hands.
Another rainbow.
Another rainbow
Nobody
board.
hit. Harley with the continuation and chases Herman away. Takes it down.
I think so. I'm not sure, but they were way behind there.
So we do appreciate everybody that watches the live stream. There are a lot of moving parts to this that you guys don't see, so we do actually really appreciate it.
I'll say as a player, it's a lot of fun. The events you play, and then you can go back and watch the live stream and figure out what you did right and what you did wrong.
Absolutely. Or relish in your victory. Or,
Exactly. or anguish in your defeat.
Yeah, absolutely. Kick yourself in the tail with them pocket jacks.
So raised by Herman to 4.5K with King 10 offsuit. Carl's going to come along here with Ace 9 suited, and he flops top 2 pair short stack. I would imagine he's going to play this pretty aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
10K.
That's just not good.
So Carl's got 13K left. I would imagine we're about to see
Yeah,
it
he's
all
gonna
here.
fire it.
Yep,
Yeah,
there he
it's
is, all in. Herman's got 4 to the flush. He's going to make the call. So Carl's got to dodge a club here on the river.
Yeah. No, there's 2 clubs out there. Oh, that's a club. You just knew it. You just knew it. So Carl, the first one eliminated. Yeah, Ken kind of hang out because he was down like 37,000 if I remember right. Ken's kind of.
Yeah, it's tough. Flop top 2 pair, and then your opponent hits the 4 flush.
Oh, absolutely.
I get that.
So Carl, the first one eliminated.
All right, Ace Queen for Allen.
Yeah, nothing stellar again out there.
2,500. Hold. Hold. Oh, no raise.
Although Harley raised 2.5K with Queen 7. Allen came back over the top. Let's see what Harley does here. Good fold by Harley.
Yeah, that's too much of a spread for me. So sorry you guys have to bear with me as I battle allergies just like everybody else around here. This is insane. Speaking of pocket jacks, John has pocket jacks, Harley pocket 10s, Ken pocket 5s,
And Bob King Queen off.
Paul ace deuce. Paul loves any ace.
We should see a handful of folks coming to the flop on this one, it looks like.
I'm gonna throw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably.
So obviously there.
Somebody needs to make it. Let's see what a bet is.
So John raised 4 with his jacks.
Yep.
Which
There's
is
one.
kind of a small bet.
Ken folds. Doesn't have to make Ken fold with his 5s. Paul folds with his 5s. Of course, Bob's gonna call. That's what you call.
You don't want to see 2 other people in a hand when you got pocket jacks.
Nope. I mean, he's good right now.
All right, he probably feels a little better, but so does Harley too. That board may get Harley into some trouble here.
15,000.
15K bet from John.
John doesn't realize he's fading 3 cards. What's he fading? 6, 8 cards right here. Any 10, any king, any queen.
And that's about a third of Harley's stack to make this call. He's going to lay it down.
Gonna lay it down. I was going to lay it down. Good bet.
Good way to play jacks.
Good one.
You missed all the overcards. It's a perfect
And you can see there Harley telling John he folded 10. Wow, John wakes up with pocket jacks again. 2 hands in a row.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody really. Maybe the 10-8, maybe calls. That's a lot to call for 10-8, though.
Allen with 10-9 suited in the chip lead. He may call.
Yeah, he may. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow. That is...
Yeah, that's a check.
Check.
Yeah, they're just going to check this one down, I foresee.
Third diamond out there. John does
John
have a
does
4
have a
flush.
diamond draw. Yep, little diamond draw.
Allen's going to bet here, it looks like. 6K. Boy, it's a
Oh,
tough
God.
one for John to bet.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we know what the right call is here, but he sure doesn't.
Yeah, and especially, back to being in position, John's got the hand, he lets it go. Ugh.
Can't blame him for it.
Ugh. You can see the rush right there. Laid down the winner, so... look at Bob laughing. Yeah, so as you can see, we've all played a few hands together. I was at a table at WPT a couple months ago. It was the worst table I've ever been at in my life. Nobody talked.
Yeah,
I
get we're all here. Everybody wants to win a little money, but you gotta have a little conversation.
Yeah, there was no banter. Anytime you just tried to drop in something, it was like a fart in church. To each his own. See some pocket 8s out there. I believe 2 ace-4s. I believe Herman won a tournament with pocket 8s, if I'm not mistaken.
John not interested in defending his blind there.
No.
He's gonna lay it down.
No. Bob just had a thought. Or he's scolding somebody. What they're looking at is, as they're playing poker, they're watching poker on TV, not themselves. It's a different. It's a
World Poker Tour event.
WPT.
Oh, that Phil Ivey up on the screen there.
Yeah, we find ourselves getting sucked into the action on the other side of the glass as well.
So no raise pre-flop here. Everybody's just gonna come along for the blinds. Paul flops middle pair with his queen 4 suited.
Oh, Antonio. That year he won the bracelet, he got to 6 final tables in his WPT that year. Oh, shit. He was running like God.
Did you hear about Ivy's run like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Harley's been pretty quiet here lately.
Yeah, he's slowly just kind of blinding down here.
Yeah. And it's not that he hasn't had bad cards. He's played a couple of hands that I question, but not the hands that I necessarily would have played. But this is Tournament Champion. Sometimes you gotta make some moves. Gotta make your own luck.
Pocket deuces again.
There's an ace queen.
Oh, for John. Yeah, man, John's really starting to.
Yeah, John's warming up a little bit.
Yeah. That could
You
spell
got
trouble
Ken.
for everybody else.
Now, see, I subscribe to this theory. 9-8. I've read this a couple times. I played a little bit, but 9-8, especially suited, is supposed to be. It's not necessarily a better hand, but it hits
more often.
You know, right there in the middle. It's more often than a lot of the other ones. Except if you have a pocket kings, and we all know pocket kings are an ace magnet. So.
Right. I have run kings and aces several times.
Yep.
Harley looks like he's having trouble with his scanner. We don't really know what he's got there.
Party poker was even older than that.
Mystery hand.
5,000.
Chips around, John. They roll.
John's going to lead out. Let's see what Harley does here.
I got a party poker hat somewhere. I use my points.
We actually play along with Harley. I remember the World Series of Poker used to do this once every while. They would not show you somebody's hand, and you could play along with them.
John the top.
Harley could be on that flush draw, straight draw out there.
I have no idea where he's at. If he's calling, ooh, 10 jack would be so gross right here.
He looks like he's stacking them up to shove here. Maybe it's 10K. It's a third of his stack to call. Yep,
it is.
he's gonna
puts
shove it.
all in. I don't think John calls here.
Let's see. Yeah, straight draw, flush draw out there.
I think John lives to fight another day.
It is
Let's
half
see-
of John's stack to
Let's see
make
if
this
I'm
call.
right. Yeah, let's see if I'm right.
Just rip it. Just rip this ball. Just rip it right off.
He's gonna lay it down again.
And he shows it.
Lays down the winner
Oh,
again.
Harley's not going to show it. It's going to be a mystery. We'll have to ask him what he had.
Mm-hmm.
6 and 12, guys.
Nice jump for Harley. That puts him up into 4th place with 60K.
Herman up top, 106.
Bob's got quiet here lately these last couple hands, too. It's funny how the cards come and go.
Yeah, I kind of seen a little bit of everybody have them for at least a little bit.
Except for that one empty chair.
Yeah, one empty chair. Well, Carly was started off doing fairly well in the beginning. Took one big hit and just went down from there.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Change right here, every.
Yeah, I want to say it was the WSOP event. I wasn't doing very well. Calling stuff. Oh, what's an interesting hand?
King 10 suited.
King 10 suited.
Queen 8 suited.
7-4 suited. I think Bob calls that. He's +2. John.
No, Bob folded.
Bob folds. John's going to call. Harley's going to call. I think we're 3-handed here.
Yeah, it should be
I
an
don't
easy.
think Ken with the small one. Maybe Ken does. I don't know.
No, not with the raise. John
There's the
raised in
raise.
front.
Yep. Didn't see the raise. Yeah,
That'll
that's not a
shove him
call.
out.
Probably, he might have went over another sensor.
Easy call for Herman here.
Let's see what we got here. There's a king and a queen.
Top pair for Herman, middle pair for John. Straight draw for Harley.
John's got 3 to a flush. Herman's got 3 to a flush.
Everybody hit a little
Oh,
something.
Harley's got a gut shot. Harley's just drawn to a jack. Well, an ace or a jack.
7, no help to anybody. Herman checks his top pair. John checks. Harley checks.
And there's a
6 is no help.
No, 6 is no help.
Herman's got the best hand as long as he doesn't lay it down.
Yeah, I don't foresee Herman laying that down. There's nothing out there that's going to scare him.
12.5 out of Herman. That might actually just scare everybody else away right there.
Alright.
Fold from John. Fold from Harley. Herman takes down another pot.
Yeah, nothing spectacular out there. Say a couple of nines. What, 3 nines out there? Bunch of clubs.
Fold around. This one may
Yeah,
turn into
this
a
is-
battle of the blinds here.
This is a trash hand.
Ken's gonna raise from the button and take the blinds down.
Oh, Bob, ace 10 under the gun.
Suited. Mark right behind him with ace queen
Oh,
suited.
yep.
Harley ace
Harley,
king
it gets
suited.
better as you run down the board.
Wow, here we go.
Oh, let's see what's going to happen here.
May have some fireworks on
Yeah,
this
Herman's
hand.
got jack 8 too. Ken's got an offsuit, but he's on the cutoff.
I would imagine on the button though, Herman and the chip
Oh,
queen's
it's
gonna splash
4-2
around
to
here.
call. Yeah, it's 4-2 to call. I mean, that's.
All in.
Let's see whatever. Harley's all in. We might not get there. Bob calls.
He's
So you got Mark.
all in to call.
Oh, Bob folds. Bob folds.
Ball folded. So Harley's all in,
So ace king is ace queen.
and it'll put Mark all in if he calls here. You still have, I mean, with a 47K stack, you still have a lot of big blinds left. It's,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm Mark. I'm going to lay this down and live to fight another day here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of tournament left here. What are we in? About an hour and a half right now?
Yep.
So,
And he does. He lays it down.
yeah.
Harley picks up another 10K.
Yeah, I played a lot of tournaments with Bob. Bob over at Hill Country. Robert, as you guys probably know him. We've played quite a few tournaments together. Just a bunch of degenerates.
They like to gamble.
Also, everybody says this. Oh, you're Preston. You're the guy that likes to gamble. No, I play poker. It's a difference. Poker, you can move the odds in your favor with skill and studying and strategy. There's also a little bit of luck in it, but that's what makes it interesting.
Absolutely.
And you can drink while you do it.
That's right.
John down a little under 40, so about what, 20,000 off of his stack, 22,000 off his starting stack.
With 1.2 big blinds, that's what, roughly 20-ish, 25 big blinds left.
Yeah.
He may end up in a position here before too long where he has to make a decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, him laying down those two, he was ahead. You know, I don't know how that last game was going to turn out, but he was ahead. So.
Oh, you're talking about the Harley mystery hand?
No, with the jacks for one, he laid down jacks because he got bet out, and then
Yeah,
the queens.
that was
the
the Harley.
queen.
We didn't know what Harley
Yeah.
had. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll be interested on that one.
Ken just kind of holding out there.
Now Harley's recovered nicely back up over 60K.
Yeah, Bob's 86. Herman's got the lead right now, 124.
It's kind of interesting to see, you know, not that 86 is a bad stack, but it wasn't too long ago Bob was up over 100K. He's just kind of
Yeah.
slowly dwindling a little bit here. That's what happens when your cards get cold.
Yeah, that's kind of sometimes where being aggressive can help you out too. Just hope you don't run him into aces or
Couple
kings.
aces here
There's pocket queens at the bottom.
for Bob. There you go. We
Bob.
just talked
Alan's
about
got one of those outs though.
Bob being card cold and he
Yeah.
wakes up with pocket queens
Harley
here.
calls. I say I don't like that at all. Under the gun, you flat with king four. That's just not a. I mean, everybody's got their own strategy. We're not saying right or wrong. There's a million different ways to play. I just don't believe in starting UTG.
Right, especially now with Bob 3-betting. Now he's gonna have to fold there and just wasted a little extra money. So pocket queens versus queen jack off. Alan's gonna come along with the 3-bet, and we're gonna see a flop. The 2 chip leaders gonna battle it out a little bit. Really safe flop for Bob's queens.
Yeah, Alan's got 3 to a flush, so nothing great going on there.
Easy fold.
And while we do cut up on each other quite a bit, I have the phone numbers to about every one of those guys at that table. We are really good friends at the same time. So we love with light bullying around here.
That's what you do, is make fun of your friends.
We were talking about doing a ladies' night as well. We do have quite a few female players. So anybody that's interested, you know, especially females, they think it's a male game, or a lot of people do, and it's not. It's for everybody.
Ken picks up the queens.
Yep.
King
Ladies.
10, couple aces out
Paul's
there.
There's 3 kings, 3 aces, 2 aces.
John with Jack 5 suited in the small blind. See what he does when it rolls around here. He wants to make this call, but he's going to lay it down.
Yeah. As well he should.
Harley with a weak ace here. Looks like he's still
He's
going
going to shove. What's he going to do here? He calls. Ken raised.
Yep.
Harley.
Let's see a flop. Oh, wow. Harley.
Oh, my goodness.
Trip threes. Unbelievable.
Oh,
And Ken, man.
Ken has
is-
no idea.
This is it. This is probably the end of Ken's tournament
yeah.
here, unless he gets lucky.
Oh, Ken. Oh.
Ouch.
I mean, it's the right move. This is where we had that little bit of luck, you know?
And Harley's just going to slow play this and
Yeah,
let
what are you going to do?
Ken dig his own grave here. Oh, wow. Harley's going to show. That's interesting. Maybe trying to represent that jack.
Yeah, but I think he calls. I mean...
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's no way you can't call with queens
Yeah,
here.
there you go. I mean, he's not going to be happy.
But, yep.
He's 2 outs. 2 outs.
That's it. Needs a queen.
What, 3.5%, 3.6%, 4%? Yeah, there's a deuce. Not the end of Ken's.
And we're down to 7. And a big pot for Harley. That should bump him up to second place, I believe.
Definitely.
Man, that's tough.
And that's poker.
Yep, absolutely.
That's just poker. That's why we love it and hate it.
All at the same time.
You love it when you're on the one side and you hate it when you're on the other.
Yep, there it is. Harley's up to second place. Just shy 20K behind Herman now.
One thing I actually hate talking about, or let me rephrase. I just like talking about it because people, once they want to tell me about their bad beats. I don't consider a bad beat. Minimum has to be a full house over a full house. That's a bad beat to me.
Right.
I did have an incident. I don't consider it a bad beat, but where we were at WPT. You want to talk about luck and just bad runouts? She had pocket jacks. I think I flopped top 2 pair, and she runs out 10 queen
For a straight.
Yep. So yeah, runners on me for a straight. You know.
It happens.
And what are you gonna do?
Let's say so. Paul raised it up to 3K here with Ace Queen. Bob came along with Ace Jack suited. Herman in the big blind defended.
Yeah, Paul's got that queen. He's got top right now.
What
I
do you
tell you
think?
what, especially when Paul's got an ace and another big card in his hand, he's dangerous.
That's
he's
a
little fire.
That was a big 15K. That's a big
Mhm.
bet. Yeah, I kind of,
Yeah,
2 diamonds out there.
And you can see the disgust on Herman's face. He didn't like it either.
He could that hand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. If he argued it, I would have had to tell him to do 1500. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's where bet sizing.
Yeah, I understand wanting to make the flush earn it, but you also still want to get a little bit of value out of it.
Right.
jammed over the top of it.
It was a slightly aggressive bet.
816.
Yeah, blinds are up, guys.
8,000, maybe half.
Half pot.
Yeah.
You got an extra hand. Well, not really extra. They're down a player.
Bob, Mark, and Harley to get their cards in.
No, you were, because they went on. Oh, sorry. What?
Everybody's like, press one in your opinions. Actually, you do. I actually get paid to give you my opinions. This is my job. One of them.
Somehow I got suckered into
Yeah,
doing it for
yeah,
free.
suckered. See, I tell you, the pay's terrible, but the perks are amazing. I'm a big fan of Ace 8. I don't know why. I shouldn't be.
Harley raises it up with pocket tens here.
Also known as the dead man's hand. Look, Alan's getting out of the way.
Wow, and Herman 3-bet it to 16-5 with ace-8 offsuit.
Ooh, Harley.
No, you're good.
Another 12K for Harley to call here.
Oof.
How?
Herman's got 105.
Oh, Alan.
Yeah.
Harley raised to 4.5. Herman to 16.5. I don't think.
That's an interesting 3-bet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that, I don't disagree. Harley calls. Ooh.
What do I open with? That you just flat. You know what I'm saying? So, I gotta have an ace too, right? But very likely.
We're going to see a flop.
Yeah. Oh, and there's an 8 and 3s.
So Herman flops top pair. He's going to feel probably pretty decent about that.
Yeah, but with that bottom 3, does Harley think he's got a 3? Does Harley stick around, chase the boat? I think he folds it. Let's see.
Another 16.5. You wonder if your opponent just has a bigger pocket pair at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and 10s are not.
Harley's
See,
gonna fold
look,
the
we
best
see
hand.
again. Folding the best hand.
Herman extends his chip
There we
lead,
go,
closing in
yeah.
on 150 now.
The new benchmark, Bob's almost back up to 100. I didn't see who was third. I'm guessing Alan. And if you guys are wondering, we're watching the same feed that you guys are.
It's really interesting though because we have the live game out the window, and you see somebody jump up and get excited, and you got to remember we're talking about what's happening right in front of us.
Which is essentially the past.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, there's queens. Bob's with queens. I don't think anybody has. Maybe Herman? He's on the button? Nope. Herman doesn't like it either.
Folds around.
Oh. Giving a bunch of practice to our dealer. But back to the original thought, we are going to try and get a women's event here. So if that's something that makes you guys more comfortable and interested in, more to follow, probably our next live stream. If nothing else, just come out and be social and meet some people.
Pocket. Wow, Bob, another pocket pair.
Bob's just, Alan with queen 9. Paul with suited connectors.
I guess Alan's going to play from the button here.
Yeah. I foresaw Alan.
Yeah, Paul's going to play out of the small blind. That's not
Let's
a
see what
surprise
Bob
for him.
does here if Bob 3 bets. I think he's going to flat.
Just call?
He's just going to call. I think more than anything, it's who he's playing in this. Oh, God.
Man. The trips are flying.
Oh, they are everywhere.
Checks around. Alan's
But
gonna
doesn't it
bet.
seem like that's how it is? It's you either have a bunch of flushes, a bunch of straight. It's a bunch of one thing or the other. I swear. A bunch of boats. We've seen one boat.
Yeah.
No, a couple of straights, I think. But yeah.
Bob's gonna call. Oh wow! Here we go. Fireworks. big time coming.
Oh, Bob
So
just
Bob-
leveled up, didn't he?
Bob flopped a boat.
Bob levels up. Oh. Only gonna get it in? No. Oh, he does. Wow.
Just jump right out of that deck.
The cookies that you see, that's Cookie Co. On the table. That's actually one of our sponsors. We'd like to thank them as well.
John's trying to get everybody sugared up.
Oh, I tell you what, they are excellent. I took one for a test drive last night. Highly recommend. And they're huge. That's what she said.
Oh, is there one here in Georgia?
Oh,
Yes.
small blind, big blind.
You got chocolate chip in there?
Can I get everybody to scan their cards? Somehow John's worked. Anyway,
Pocket threes for Herman.
I tell you what, pocket deuces, pocket threes, pocket
Sneaky.
fours.
They're always
pocket
sneaky.
fives. So sneaky. I bet I probably won more hands with pocket deuces than I have pocket jacks. I'm sure of it.
Herman did raise it up with his threes. Folds around. See what Mark does here out of the big blind. He's gonna
Yeah,
get
Mark's
rid
been
of
a
it.
little. He's been a little quiet lately. If he's card dead. Yeah, look at all the boxes.
1.6 on the blinds. So I mean, John and Mark are really starting to get into.
I tell you what, Herman's dangerous with a chip lead and just a little bit of cards. He doesn't have to have all the cards. He's a very good player.
big blind, John.
The more these blinds continue to go up, the players in the lower positions are going to get
Yeah,
more and
we're
more
gonna start making some
danger.
moves. Make your own luck. Yeah, I mean, you really got to be like. I know we're joking about between 2 through 9 here, but man, if you make it to this final table just to lose, if you don't win, you just bubbled.
Right.
You had 8 people that bubbled.
Yeah.
10-9, I like it. Oh, suited.
King
Nope,
Jack
unsuited.
suited for
King
John.
Jack suited. And Bob has no reason to be in this hand, but he is on the button.
He's going to fold it though. Back around, see what John does if he raises it up or just sees a free flop here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think that's the right move. 2 players. Maybe could have got a little value there. But...
Wow.
Oh, and he
Holy hell.
trip kings. Check. Check, instant check. There you go. Look, there you go. It's going
It's
right
Paul.
to your favor.
Paul's going to lead
We're
out
Paul
for 5.
5K. John's gonna call.
Check.
I think Paul checks here. Yeah. God. Paul probably checks again. Maybe a small bet. But John does not.
5,000.
Let's see. There we go. Good bet. Good bet. Oh, you're gonna throw it away now.
John showed. Looks like John showed his king.
Move John up a little bit. Mark's down at the bottom. Bob. Oh, you take that big hit, huh? The one good thing is we can't hear anything that they are saying, though.
Right.
So I listen to them talking off. Nothing out there. Let's see if an ace gets in there.
Alan raised to 4K with his.
Yeah. Other than
That's
that,
gonna
that's
scare
hot
everybody
garbage.
away.
Hot garbage.
It's only for like $3 a cookie or something.
It still says Alan has cards, so probably.
Who's your favorite pro?
Because Alan has a card.
Or do you have one? Some people do. Some people. I'm not. I'm not. I totally don't fanboy out typically.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I mean,
Not intrigued by fame for the most part.
right. I like. I mean, before he passed, I always liked watching Mike Sexton play.
Yeah, wealth of knowledge. Not just a great announcer. I think a lot of people just saw him as an announcer. He
Right.
was a top level player as well.
Yep.
Smart dude.
It's always-
smart dude.
It always amazes me to watch Daniel Negreanu just pick apart and know. It seems like he knows always exactly what people have in their hand.
Yeah, he is Kid Poker. He's my favorite. Studied him probably more than anybody.
My most favorite person to watch play is probably Phil Hellmuth, just because I love to watch him blow up, and it cracks me up.
He irritates me to death. And I know a lot of it's the gimmick, but yeah. Yeah. I just don't like the berating at the table.
Yeah.
That's the...
It's always fun to watch, like when him and Mike the Mouth are in the hand together. Some of those.
Yeah, some of
old-
those guys, those old wounds, they're never going to heal. Some of those guys just generally don't. Oh, look
Man,
at that.
trips again.
Queens.
Herman's gonna check at least once here, hopefully.
Well,
Oh,
he just
man,
boats
boated.
up on the
Holy-
turn. Gives Harley a gut shot. I mean, he's rolling dead.
Herman's trying to figure out how to suck some money out of this. Wow, Harley's gonna come out and
Harley,
bet
holy
6K.
Is he trying to represent the flush there? That's my guess. That wasn't a good time to do that.
Just a call.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, he's got two boats. I think you got to throw $6,000 at it again.
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna call either way, I doubt. But
No, I still think he's rolled out there.
easy fold.
He bet 12, yeah. I still think you got to throw him on 10 cash. Right?
Yeah, that queen.
And Herman cracks that 150 mark.
Bob not too far behind. The disparity's third on down for the most part. There's about $50,000 disparity there.
Yeah, with Marks in fifth with 50. So 5, 6, and 7 are all 50 or less. That's going to get tight really quick as the blinds go up. Because I think we're at 8-16 right now, which means we're going to go to what, 15-3 next level?
Next one's 1-2.
Oh, 1-2, okay.
1-2. 1-2. It's actually 1-2-2. And then we'll go on a break, I believe. Well, they will.
Our break is after their break.
Yeah, we're about 30 minutes behind for security purposes. Or I think we'll be 15 minutes behind, I believe, today.
Yeah. So Mark raises it up. Ace Jack suited. I would imagine we'll see a call from Paul here with Ace Queen.
This is interesting.
Wow. And all red.
No help. All red, all hearts, no help.
There's nothing more frustrating than to have suited cards and the board just comes out the complete wrong color.
He checks, Ivy bets.
Continuation bet from Mark here may take this pot down.
Oh,
Paul bet.
Paul bet 8. Yeah.
And Mark with his short stack.
3,000, yeah.
Down to 36K. That's tough.
That's the thing about me. Playing short stack like that, and he's not extremely short stacked at this point yet, but you'll be able to call that, or not, be willing to call that.
All right, that's probably what at 1,600. He's what, about 20 big blinds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, queens for John, ace jack for Mark again. He's offsuit this
the
time.
K9, the queen,
Ace 8.
You got Herman down there on the button, 7-6. We'll see how many people are in here.
There's gonna be
I
at
feel
least
like
4.
I think there's a raise coming. Let's see.
Mark raises.
Mark's up. Yep. Yep.
Easy
UTG.
call for John.
Yep.
John may actually 3-bet here.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Oh, all in. There you go. Better than a 3-bet. Let's see who calls. I don't think he calls here.
Short stack. It says, yeah, still, I'm probably
He's
giving
still,
you
he's still got 30,000. I mean,
to fight another day
yeah,
again.
he's still got 30,000.
Ace King, maybe you call here. Do you may think about calling here?
I think if I'm suited, I call. Short stack suited, but being unsuited here, I don't think that's the move. I mean, suited you just have so many more outs. Yeah, that's the play. That's the play. Because, like I said, you're behind the pocket twos there.
Right.
No, Herman, not happy. Yeah, and we started with the $2,000 Annie.
Big blind Annie today, right?
Big blind Annie.
So Bob's going to see a flop out of the big blind. Paul just called with a King Jack out of the small blind. So here we go. Battle of the blinds.
Out of the blinds.
Nobody.
Got a 6.
Yeah, middle pair.
I've got a 6. 3,000? 2,000.
Paul was the bet. Bob just
Paul bet
called.
2,000. If Paul bet, Paul checks. There we go. There you go.
I say Bob.
I said see, that's where the continuation bet. I think Paul or Bob folds there.
Absolutely.
That other ace on the
the first
board?
ace, yeah.
I mean, you already bet with the ace on the board. I don't know why. I believe that was an error.
I agree.
I believe you missed the bet. Yeah, nothing's more frustrating. Damn it, I missed the bet. Nothing spectacular. Queen 9. Bunch of 9s out there. Queens.
Weak ace for Allen.
Yeah, really.
I would imagine he plays this
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he's at the cutoff. You know he does.
And he does. He raises it up.
Yeah.
Mark's
Big
gonna get
blind
out of the
king.
way.
Oh.
That's always tough too when you're starting to get short stacked and you have to fold out of the big blind.
Mm-hmm.
Flop, top flush. On top flop. No, on top.
Bob, you don't need any more cookies.
Not flush on one board.
Save some of the rest of
I
us.
had gut shots and I have action. I get guy jam on me. He's got top set on one board and a flush draw on the other board. No, I got scooped for 10 G's. I was like, all right, I'm not playing that game. So gross. Like I hit my straight and then he hit the flush on the other board. So I thought I was cold. And I hit my boat on the other board and he hit the aces. Ace king and he hit.
Oh, those are 2 decent hands. King Jack. Harley's got 10s.
So with the 2K Annie at 30K, I would say that he's down to just about under 10 big, or a little over 10 big blinds for Mark. It's going to be time to make a move here pretty quick.
Yeah, if he doesn't level up here pretty soon.
That's 2 hands in a row where he's just had to surrender his blinds.
Yep. Yeah, when you got a big stack of no cards, you don't mind. But
Right.
when you have a small stack and something that you can work with. Let's see what we got going on here. Nothing. Jack 10, 8, 7, 7, 9. Yeah, that's an ugly Yeah, Mark C down there at the bottom. A little less than 30. He's on the button though.
65.
Bob raises.
That's
I don't.
three times.
Maybe Harley calls here. No.
See what Paul does. Paul's kind of loose sometimes, you know. He's gonna fold it.
I think we're done with the blacks.
Like Carl.
You know, I don't think we've seen pocket aces yet. I don't think we've seen pocket kings.
I think you're right.
Queens, we've seen queens
Couple times.
a few times.
Jacks quite a few times.
Tens.
All in.
Yeah, I think we've only seen suited big slick ones.
Dominated. Well, I can't double down and all in.
Yeah, Mark. Looks like Paul a little under 50, about 47, I think is what it said.
Yeah, it's back to John having cards.
You know, you and I talked about this that when we played the tag team event together, and you start down to get to that stack about like that. You know, you look like about pocket sevens ish or better, and it's a shove.
Yep. Yep.
Look how much bigger John stack looks now.
Yeah, once you get down to about the 10 big blinds, which is probably about where he's at right now with the antes.
10-4 offsuit ain't gonna do it for him though. That's another fold.
You got Queen Jack,
there's the pocket aces.
But then you got Queen Jack suited, then you got Queen 10. You got 3 queens out there already.
Man, it's funny. Everything we talk about seems like the
Yeah,
next hand
I
that
swear,
hits.
put it in the universe. And look, they got all the blockers. There's no royal coming.
John
They're all blocking
raises
each
it
other.
up. Harley's gonna fold his.
Allen's probably going to shove here.
No, Harley did call. Showed a fold for Harley there for a minute. Herman, wow. See, you got it. What did I read? So heads up, aces win 80% of the time, but when you hit like
Yep.
this 4-person mark, it drops down to it's like 20% or something like that. You gotta get somebody
See,
out here.
there you go.
Yeah,
That's
3
exactly
bets.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
3 bets at 25.
John's gonna fold.
Yeah, because nobody's made here, you know?
I would imagine. I can't see Harley calling here.
Not unsuited.
See what Herman does out of the chip lead. He's eyeballing the stack. He may shove, push, force them all in here.
And he's got 25 left.
He's counting out chips. And he folds it.
There's some money in that pocket. That was a great bet.
Absolutely.
Great bet. I mean, it was half of a stack, but that's, you know, that's what,
Oh, he called the raise.
a little under 20% of Herman's.
Mm-hmm.
So,
2000.
Four of us.
It started down there. Yeah. Fold.
Ace king for John.
Allen suited connectors in the suited cards in the small blind.
6,000. Fold.
Paul suited in the big blind.
Fold. Fold.
John raises it up.
Oh.
Yep. Paul's gonna splash around out of the big blind. Let's see what happens here.
Check. Oh. Camera didn't read it. Hold on. I don't know. Weird.
Oh, touch it in your room. Okay, what is it?
3 diamonds, 6 of clubs, and 3 of hearts.
Looking at J-Rod running the controls back there. Looks like maybe having a little bit of technical difficulty out there.
Yeah, everything that we have, it's got to be input manually. It's not voice activated or read the chips.
Cards exactly. Go back. So enter your cards.
Does read the cards. That's about it.
There's only one of them to enter 2 cards.
I'll let him.
There's our
Threes.
Your heart doesn't want to go.
It said enter 2 cards when it was on the last screen.
I'm not exactly sure what they're doing. What they're trying to even.
See if it'll bring us back forward. There it goes. Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Not sure if somebody's stack is wrong.
Oh.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, this looks like John did bet and Paul laid it down. Blind still at 1-2-2.
I think I might change back out of my blinds to put a purple out there. Oh, yeah, that's right, okay. That makes sense, I got it, okay, I get it.
Yeah, everybody's had a little hot run with the button today, huh?
Yeah. Let's see.
Thanks for the blacks
You
there.
got queen, got suited out there, ace, deuce. Man, they're checking those cards in quick.
Yeah, Mark forward that ace deuce suited was Mark's, but again
Yeah.
with the, it's not necessarily a shovable hand when you're short like that.
This cooler hand, four-handed. Oh, shit.
They're just like a day of compilation coolers.
I know, right?
It's a highlights.
Dude,
Highlights.
I know, but still.
Yeah, it's
Four-handed,
ridiculous, yeah.
you get 3 wired. It's gross.
I heard of one situation where the guy pulled kings and it actually made sense. The guy opens under the gun, the cash game, 200 big button, raise, then the cutoff 3 bets, the button 4 bets, and then the big blind 5 bets cold.
So yeah, you can probably hear them calling their action. Like I said, we don't get the audio in here.
Right, so they're announcing their action to J-Rod back there so that he can put it into the system with what the raises are or folds.
Yeah, there's some less than stellar hands on 10-8. I like that. 10-8, queen 10, 9-8.
Allen raised. Now, so Mark's going to lose another big blind here. Plus the ante, so that's 4K down the drain there.
Yeah, so he's gonna be less than
27.
He's got what? Yeah, he's literally got not even 10 big blinds with the antes.
Flips over his aces, he goes, oh. Because he didn't want to get sucked out of it, right? I have it just fold.
Let's see if he makes it to break.
King Jack in the small blind for Mark.
Oh, Paul
with
the Jacks.
jiggities.
You got Allen at 6-7 suited.
Who raised.
You got John
Paul
8-7. Paul, John's not gonna. Yeah, John's in the big.
I know I made 45. Paul made it.
Yeah, just give it a second, guys. Doing it now. Alright, and full. There we go.
Paul 3 bets. John goes away.
There we go.
Boy, that's an interesting 7-6 suited. Here we go.
No, I know, but it should be break. No.
No, because it's level.
Oh, you're doing it at 9 level.
Yeah.
Who called?
I
Al.
call.
Okay.
Megan.
Yeah, it's fine. I just didn't know.
Check.
All in.
Ace.
Paul goes all in. Quick fold
Yeah.
from Allen.
Yeah. Herman's still
Yes.
around that 150 mark. Bob catching up a little bit. Harley went down a little bit.
Aside from Mark, everybody's sitting at 50K or higher.
Yeah. It seems like I'll pass the lead back and forth a little bit, but
It'll be after the, you know how it goes after the break, the blinds really start to jump.
yeah. Yeah, we were expecting, I think we talked about it too, about 3 to 4 hours I think we were expecting.
Yeah, that was the guess.
So we'll see who comes out firing here pretty soon after. Let's see, 7 deuce, 4 deuce, jack 10. Nothing stellar out there again. Lots of diamonds, lots of clubs.
Yeah, because once they hit the break, that puts them what is about the 2 hour mark, 2 hour and 15 minutes, something like 15-minute levels. So
And like you said, that ante really gets in there too.
right, you come back from the break at 15-3-3.
1, 2, and 2.
He went 137 pitches in a row.
Oh, let's see where we wake up to.
137 pitches in a row where he
Glad they
did
didn't
not
mess
have a
that
swing.
up.
Every time he swung,
I didn't.
he made contact.
I was watching it.
Ooh, Paul with, there's our kings finally. Paul with pocket kings.
There we go. Oh, we got king 9 at the bottom.
Weak ace for Mark. Queen 9 suited for Herman. That's probably an easy call for him out of the big blind as the chip leader. So Paul made it 5K. I would imagine we see Herman call here. Yep. Paul's going to bet out 10. Fold around. Takes down 23K pot.
It's just that easy. Yeah, Mark C definitely going to win there.
John's down under 50 now as well.
Eight 9, 8 6, Queen 10, 7 6, Jack 9. Everybody's at each other's outs again.
It's happened quite a bit today as well.
Sure has.
Big dog. Alright, play. I don't know if you can or not.
Two-handed to the flop. Didn't hit anybody, but Allen's going to bet out. I would imagine Paul's going to fold here. No? Wow, okay.
No, I can't say I'm totally shocked. It's not really good. Allen hits that 6.
Check,
Yeah,
check.
Check, check. That's 4.
5 pounds.
And he doesn't believe him.
Good call.
Allen's going to win with his 6.
Did that green up big dog.
Yeah, they've been trying to kill people a while. They learn shoulders.
Oh, were you talking a lot?
Big blind Paul?
Yeah, they're tournaments. Yeah, you do anything out of
2 and 2.
Yeah, do anything out of line is, you know.
See the car's getting pitched here.
2,000.
Oh, who's it spread?
What was that much bright?
Big blind Andy, 2,000.
Oh, we're doing that again.
Yeah.
That should, okay.
We got a fold.
We just started it, okay, alright.
Fold.
Ace King for
Ace
Herman.
King. Jack 8 for Allen.
Herman on the button with Ace King.
Yeah, let's,
8,500. Fold.
Raised it up to 8.5.
yeah, I don't foresee anybody who's got cards enough. Harley, don't call Harley.
Harley had called the original 2 from from his position. Let's see if he's gonna throw another 6.5 in here. Oh, he's gonna lay it down. Mark under 20K now. 18.2. See if he gets any cards to make a move here. We're probably about 10-ish minutes from the break here, so
Yeah, we're coming up on that very soon. Ace 4, ace 9s, no. Look, everybody's got each other's out. 6-4s, 5-3s, aces. So even if you hit something, somebody else hit something.
Yep. Alan's gonna raise it up from the button with his ace 4.
Bob might, no.
Nope, not gonna defend his blind.
Yeah, you can actually see Alan wearing his bracelet right there. Yeah, we used to have for our...
See, Harley should have flexed and came in with one on each wrist.
Right. Yeah, for our seasonal tournaments...
we had the belt.
Yeah, we had the belt.
7,500.
That's didn't that Alan won the belt too? Didn't he? The fall classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did the belts for about 2 years.
Yeah, saying I got more than I.
You can also come see our wall of benefit trophies.
Yeah, I noticed.
We take those down.
Yep, a little shout out to John. He's using. So a few months ago, GPC helped me and my family out and did a benefit for me and my wife, Joni, who's battling leukemia, has actually beat leukemia now. But the final table all got card protectors with the little All In for Joni logo on them, and it works out good because you're not allowed to have metal card protectors on this because of the RFID readers. So it's just an acrylic, and that's what John's covering his cards with today.
I have mine sitting in my dresser, actually.
Harley Ace King off. Not a whole lot of much anything. John with 10-9 in the big blind make. Well, big raise from Harley.
Yeah.
That one's
should
probably
chase
gonna fold.
everybody out. Maybe John. I think John calls it not with 40K. No, not 10-8. Suited possibly, but.
Oh, Mark, I know exactly how he feels. You get down to that point where you can hold that whole stack in your hand.
Yep.
That's under 10K, it looks like.
At least he's got a couple chips, you know.
78, 300.
Down to that chip in a chair mentality.
Yeah. And he's just waiting for the right hand. He's waiting to wake up with aces.
Paul with pocket threes. Bob Ace King off.
Ooh, ace king off. There's a little bit. I think we'll have 3 going in. Let's see how big the bets get.
One good thing for Mark right now is at least he's on the button, which means he can see another round of poker, hopefully, to find the right hand for him. So Allen raised with pocket nines. Paul called. Bob 3 bets at 20K. Oh, this pot's going to get big quick.
I have a feeling.
Wow.
Paul bails.
2 pocket
There you
pairs
go.
bailed out. There you
Yep,
go.
Sure enough.
Bob takes it down up to 138K, closing in on
Trying to
Herman a
make it to
little
that
bit.
break.
We're about 5 minutes from that break. A few more hands here.
You're not going against me. Oh, yeah.
Alan ace-3 suited. Bob with big.
Ace
All the
again.
kings are out though. All the kings are out. Bob folds.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
fold.
Alan raised to 4-5. I just don't think Bob's trying to get caught in the. Was that close to the break? I just don't think he's trying to find it.
Oh wait, hold on. You gotta fix that because Alan's the one that bet that.
So wait, what happened?
Check. Herman check. Then it was 6,000 for Alan, and then a fold.
Herman checks. Alan does have
Alan's
the
got
flush
4 to the
draw.
flush. He's got the nut flush draw. That was too easy. Herman Bob within 2,000 of each other. Alan's right there around 90. Harley runs 70. The others less than 50. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to call up here anytime during business hours. We'd be more than happy to answer your questions.
Bob fold, Mark fold.
Paul, big slick suited under the gun's gonna call.
Man, big slicks went out. John with 10-8 suited. I like it.
Herman's got a
I mean, you're not that far
behind.
behind, you
Right.
know? So,
Raise it up. 9,000.
Herman's gonna play another pot out of the small blind here. I don't blame him as the. Oh, he's gonna raise it as the chip leader.
I'm all in.
All in, yeah. Quick shove from Paul. It would have been about a quarter of a stack to make the call, so I
John's
don't.
not going to call.
I would imagine that's probably enough to chase Herman
Yeah,
away.
I'm guessing so too.
Yep, and he lays it down. And that flops Bob and Herman. Bob moves into the chip lead now.
So I should do 1,000.
John at 31, Mark at 15. Bringing up the rear, guys.
No, 'cause then it'll make you try to call.
Making the upper half possible. Looks like they're buying up all the blacks on the table. They'll color up on break.
Yeah.
The only string that's ever done a big blind ante, I'm sure.
Fold.
This is probably the last, maybe one more hand after this one before the break.
There might be. Let's see what the bets are. There's
Pocket
three,
eights for
there's
Paul.
three playable hands there.
Pocket eights for Paul. King Jack suited for John. 7-6 suited. Herman on the button.
Raise it up. 7,500.
He's shown he likes to play a lot of hands.
Yeah, well, I mean, you already got 1,000 in. I'd call it, yeah, you got Paul who's going to raise.
So Herman raised. Paul
Paul
calls
called.
with his
There we go,
jacks.
There we go.
Or with his 8, sorry. And
I'm
John
talking
calls.
3 hands, 3 playable hands. You got the queens.
Queen.
But you got one spade, one spade, one
Yeah,
spade.
rainbow board.
Rainbow board.
Paul bets with his 8s.
Yeah.
And everybody
Where
folds.
the regression goes.
2 big hands for Paul right here before the break. Yeah, it looks like that was the last hand before the
Pretty
break.
sure that's the last hand.
Yep, they're going to start coloring up. All right, we'll
Guys,
see y'all back in 15 minutes.
absolutely.
button that time. Huh?
So let's get chip counts right. I got 30,500.
Are you needing 5,000?
No. 21,500.
Bomba pod.
Right on stacks. Okay. 71,000.
Hold that.
Hey, be ready to pop the clock, Ed.
I took my time for you, sir.
Appreciate it. Feel up.
No, it is scary. Fine.
Ready? So, Bob.
20, 25, 35, 39, 40, 500. 140, 500.
Nope. 140. 500. Oh, what do you got?
76.5.
I could go use the bathroom.
123, 500. Yeah, take these with you, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this too.
What's that? No, it's okay.
Huh?
Oh, those blacks, yeah.
Yeah, the box, yeah.
Top side,
You are a lucky man, sir.
Got everything set up. Count's done. Lines are updated.
How do we do lines?
It was just in the settings.
If I had anything to go that close.
I mean, this is the best I've seen in a while.
No.
Two base of diamonds.
Pumped up.
That's a little. 6-4.
All that 2005.
5. Yeah. 1 and 2.
Remember the king came out.
Oh, yeah,